Once I'm getting busier, I always wanted to have a great day playing a game on mobile. So I have decided which game genre I should play, and the answer is an idle game, AFK, and of course gacha base. Remember to like this video and request for my next content. Please enjoy the video of Top 12 Idle Gacha Games Everyone Must Play in 2026 for mobile, AFK Autoplay Gacha. We have a new Facebook fans page now. The name is GameMobile HDgraphic. Besides on YouTube, we will give an update on Facebook as well. A lot of amazing top list games will show up every day, so please check this out now. The link on the description and pin comment. Last Origin or Plus. This game is no pay to win gacha game because we will have 2 of SS heroes since we started the game. This game is really attractive. As an idle game, we can speed up the gameplay within 3 times, which is pretty fast, so we can finish one game in about 2 minutes. This game speed will help you a lot to grind the EXP and a lot of specific items through a certain stages you have cleared. It has a turn-based system, but we can unlock the auto features just by clearing the prologue. The main gameplay is we'll have a great battleground about 3×3. The position will affect a huge advantage once you place the best hero in the right place. It's a key to victory and play more effectively. So even the game has an AFK mode or autoplay base, but a plan and positioning will determine the winning chance, especially when we face a difficulty stage. The storyline is quite interesting. It's about a world that has the chaos of the apocalypse world. Always gear up your heroes, strengthen their power, and make a good formation. By the way, I love the character design. It looks so charming. Best gacha game idle RPG for mobile 2026. SNL All Stars Awakening. This game is absolutely phenomenal. I never imagined how the most popular fighting games become an idle RPG base. This genre looks so opposite and has a different games genre at all. The combat itself will easily satisfy you, especially if you are an AFK fan. All of the action can be released by an auto icon. Anyway, we'll have a great combination of characters on a different classical games series, like the Samurai Showdown, King of Fighters, and also Metal Slug. I'm sure you all know Iori Yagami, Mai Shiranui, and Kyu Kusanagi. One more time, this is not a fighting base, but we need to collect the hero and maintain the heroes to power up the combat battle team. The character's development should be balanced between your main hero through unlocking the potential of the skill, gear, and also level. Overall, I love the hero skill effect with a great combos. Visual and the character design is perfectly shown through a 3D mode. The most important thing we should be concerned about is the synergy system. The switchers will easily boost your power significantly once you understand which hero has a great synergy to each other. Girl Wars. I would like to recommend this game to you. It has all of the aspects you need to play in the idle RPG game. All of the heroes are female with an anime art style. It's kind of a hero collector base that we can get through a gacha or just following the main storyline. I love the game system, how we all can earn a different amount of EXP, gold, and even a random gear while we are not in online mode. Basically, our main focus is maintaining the hero's level and how we should always claim a ton of farming rewards, which is quite simple. I would like to inform you now if this game is full of waifu with a lot of fan service. The combat mechanism is fully auto battle. So we just need to manage the team's formation lineup and make a proper formation. 3 of the main modes are available, which are boss raid, adventure mode, and also challenge level. Once you are strong enough, then try to participate in the PvP arena. A lot of animation cutscenes will show up along the game. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any voiceover. Girl Wars is absolutely the best auto battle gacha game on mobile 2026. Reliant NPC Survival. This game is really free-to-play friendly. It's really easy to earn, especially an SSR hero through the gacha. Even as a newbie player, we'll get a free SSR hero as the guarantee for a newbie, which is it will be pretty helpful for us to clear the earlier stages. Absolutely no pay to win gacha RPG, and I'm sure you all will have the exact experience as I am. Even on the Play Store, the game consistently got a high score, which is 4.8 stars. I love how the character design is. It looks so cool, fun, and cute with a chibi character look. The main gameplay has an autoplay concept. We'll have some support from the other sub-allies that can be summoned to the battlefield. Of course, timing will take a very important aspect to maintain when we should ask for the help from our allies. The skill showcase will show up so fast. That's a great indication if we can clear the battle much faster. Reliant NPC Survival is the best AFK or idle game RPG for mobile 2026. Slayer's Crimson Legacy. Not many Demon Slayer games on mobile right now, even we all know how massive the fans are. Even they all seem so fanatic. No wonder the anime was so popular all over the world. Probably this game is the best version if we compare with any fan-made game. The gameplay represents the actual character we know, even the skill showcase looks so similar. I would appreciate the developer for making it becomes no pay-to-win gacha game. Can you imagine we'll have 3 main protagonists freely, and they all has the same and also the highest tier level, which is SSR heroes, which are Tanjiro, Nezuko, and Zenitsu. I'm sure you guys are pretty familiar with them, right? The combat mechanism is the hero's energy will recharge over time, just unleashing the skill to a random target. Much better if we tap the auto combat rather than turn it off, because we don't have any chance to lock a certain target. In combat, the battle will run in a very fast to finish a single battle. It's about less than 2 minutes to clear the entire enemy. That makes the game progress become so fast. Lost Sword. This is one of the best new anime idol RPG games. The first impression I got is the character design is pretty adorable. I love how clean the visuals are. It well on deliver how the hero has a pretty detailed appearance. It's set in the isekai world, where the characters come into the fantasy world that is called Britannia. Our main goal is to find the Holy Excalibur sword. It's for saving the world against the chaos. I love the skill animation cutscenes, look so dramatic and gorgeous. Since we started the game, the prologue has shown us how the game runs autoplay. All of the heroes only have one indicator before we can release the skill, which is only cooldown time. But of course, much better if we can manage the ultimate skill once you face the boss, because his health point is pretty massive. There are 3 main things we should always be concerned about for the game's progress, which are gear up the hero, it will add so much status point, leveling up the hero to maximize the potential they have, and also the last one is making the right synergy element and adjust the formation team. Lost Sword is absolutely the best idle game RPG for mobile 2026. Holy Grail returns. Saber is my favorite female character on any anime game. His face and his characteristics are pretty charming. That's the reason why I love to watch and play Fate Grand game. Surprisingly, this game is the best represent that anime because we need more game on this franchise. I love how the gacha rate is pretty fair. Even as a free-to-play player, you should be loving to play it. Overall, it has a great far view distance, especially the further background looks so detailed, the panorama seems so aesthetic. With a collectibles hero, it will easily push the player to manage the combat formation with 3 different lanes, which are front lane, mid lane, and also back lane. So the best strategy and tactic is to create a synergy based on the position we made. Always put the right hero in their best lane. It will significantly boost your winning chance. The skill visual has a AAA level. I love the entire visual and cutscenes. Best gacha game idol and AFK RPG for mobile 2026. The Blood of Youth New World. This game was inspired by the actual novel of Blood of Youth, which not all players are familiar with it because it was popular in China. Basically, the whole gameplay will show you how the Chinese martial art look like. Most people say it has a wuxia style. The main combat mechanism is a turn-based, but actually we don't have to touch any single button because all of the team will fight automatically, especially the basic attack will do in auto. I want to show you if the game has a very interesting skill showcase. Even you need to follow the main storyline because it has its own voiceover and how the animation cutscenes are really good. It looks like the developer made by hand drawing. Unfortunately, it's pretty difficult to connect with the Google account. I hope the developer will fix it so everyone can easily start the game. Best idle RPG games for mobile 2026. Seven Knights Rebirth. There is no idle game can stand against it right now. The game has so many players who are trying to play and it reached more than 10 million players. This number is really crazy and I have ton of reason why this game is the best idle game RPG on mobile now. This is the next sequel from the previous version and I see it has a lot of improvement and the progress from the game's visual, character design and how the skill showcase looks so insane. Absolutely a top tier animation skill we have so far on any idle game on mobile. The game has so many features we actually can play as a daily game. The tower challenge, PvP and raid boss, but the developer are really focused on the competition base, which is the PvP is their main idea. Arena, Advanced Arena and real-time PvP, and 3 of those PvP modes have their own reward. Once we actively participate in that PvP, then your game's progress will be faster. We can grind a lot of ruby through an AFK mode. Void Hunters. This game has a classic style of RPG with a turn-based combat element. The game is free to play and it's on development now. The main idea is we'll play as a collector who is able to get a lot of strong hero on our team through the main storyline and also gacha. Even though it has a turn-based concept, the game can be played fully idle just by tapping the autoplay button. We just need to maintain the level upgrade, gear and also skill. This selection will significantly increase your team's combat power. Overall, it has a dark fantasy game's vibe, with the dark and white colors as their main primary background. Even the music background represents a dark atmosphere. One Piece Azure Ocean. This game is a fan-made game or the game just made by an indie games developer. I'm sure of it because I have seen so many games that are quite similar within it, and suddenly all of the game disappear from the Play Store and never comes back. The game only did an early access mode and never did a really global release. I think this is an indication if the game will milk the player only. But anyway, this game is different because it's only available on a certain site. Let's get back how the gameplay works. This game has a very simple skill animation and even the game is super easy to understand. All of the action will run automatically, so we don't have to focus on the screen even if you will not realize how and when the skill will release. Dragon Raja Re-Arise. I'm sure everyone knows this title. It was made for MMO genre before, but now they made it into a simpler version which is a hero collector base and idle, but it's full of gacha base. Unfortunately, the gacha rate is the main thing why it gets a low of score on the Play Store. I really hope the developer will increase the rate higher. Once it raised, then I'm sure it will dominate on the gacha genre because the graphic visual and character design has its own style. The skill animation is really attractive with a 3D animation making it look way more detailed and dynamic. The game's combat mechanisms are quite simple, but there is an option for us to release an extra action like the buff skill or the damage skill. Remember to strengthen all of your favorite heroes to boost your team's power. While in combat, you don't have any chance to control the hero because all of the action will run auto. Remember to like this video and see you on the next list. Thanks.